gosh. Okay, so I'm so excited. He is asking for a copy of the song. For those of you who haven't read the book and don't know the story, Merle Haggard and George Jones were my second or third concert. My first concert was The Who, so it was either second or it was my first country concert back in 19 and I want to say, early 70s, right? My mom and I went to see Merle Haggard, and we ended up going on the road with him for about 3 or 4 days. Now, fast forward to we opened for him. Okay, so we're not famous, and we meet Merle Haggard. Then years later, we're famous, and we opened for him in Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, Nevada. Go figure. And then fast forward to here. I mean, and here he is asking for my song. It's pretty wild. Talk about surreal. That song to me represents Merle in a way that, well, first of all, as a songwriter and just as an artist in general, he is like Johnny Cash. He is a prophet to me. He is like top three of my all time, like across the board influences. And I watched him. I would stand on the side of the stage and I would watch him do sound check. He never had a set list. This is back in the day when, they didn't have all the technology that we have today. And I learned from these great artists. I learned from Merle. And so this song, and the fact that it's kind of controversial, it makes people think. The song talks about, have we lost the good old days? Are the good times really over for good? And it's a question to the audience. And there's a line in there that says, it was before microwave ovens when girls could still cook and still would. And you could just see the girls in the audience like, oh, really? And then afterwards I always say, because there's always a guy in the front row who goes, yeah. And I always look at that guy and I say, let me tell you something, buddy. We're very busy. And we're washing out your poo-poo undies. So don't talk to, and the women go crazy. It just evokes a lot of different feelings and opinions about where we are in our history right now, politics, the war. Do you know what I mean? And he wrote it all those years ago, but it's timely for right now. So I'm sort of bringing back around a thought of where he was at that time, writing it. I think we're kind of back there. Talks about being lied to by politicians and are we rolling downhill like a snowball headed for hell? And at the end, I do my answer to his song and I say, let's stop rolling downhill like a snowball headed for hell. Let's stand up for the flag and let's all ring the Liberty Bell. And I'm like, yeah, so I'm getting everybody fired up. So I've been singing it for the military. Wow. That's all I can say. I mean, it does something to people. It's one of those songs.
That's cool.
Makes people go, ah, like the rebel yell, the NASCAR rebel yell. It's awesome. You can feel people like want to get really rowdy. And I love the line about, I remember when Coke was still cola and a joint was a bad place to be. That's when they go like, whoa, because people can relate.
Cool.